Hello and welcome back. I'm Karjan, and this is Let's Art Operation Blinking Mirror Edition. I'm going to take a quick moment to correct a couple of small things that I did not really care for. Um, so, just mostly making this look less. Yeah, that looks a little better to me. Alright, so when last my Photoshop crashed, although as you can tell since I have all of my stuff, Photoshop really isn't crashing, it's just that's an interesting shape. So yes, my Photoshop isn't really crashing so much as it's momentarily freezing. I'm not losing data. Thank God. Size jitter is fine. I don't really want angle jitter, however, just a little bit. No, not really. Scattering. A little. No. Texture? I don't really want a texture. Dual brush. One of the main problems with doing it like this is that, when you move off of this brush, you sort of lose the editing you've done to it. So if you don't remember what you did, you're in deep trouble if you need to recreate it. But that's okay, because I've got recordings to tell me how I did things. But for the most part, I do these as one-shot brushes. And I don't really care about... whether or not I can recreate them. Tiny little bit of hue jitter. As you can see, things like the color dynamics and the like do stay the same between brightness jitter. See, that actually looks fairly nice. I just need to get a collection . See, that's too much. That's okay. That's not bad. Let's see what wet edges does to it. wet edges makes it a little bit more distinct, I think. Yeah. Noise is not really... Nah, noise isn't worth it. Okay. Now, delete this. Create a new layer. Alright. I actually want this larger. So, just add. That's my problem. Oh, that actually needs to be a different angle over there. Just leaves everywhere. Some of this should be on the other side, so I need to do a layer down here. Just add a little bit more up there. I will not claim to be a master at adding trees and the like to things. And especially leaves. Just add a little bit over there. And I am going to have to add another layer with really dark colors and a really fine opacity in order to add some shadows. But it's been a long time since I've climbed a tree, so I do hope you'll forgive me for my probably inaccurate representation of what's going on. Let's see. I want it pointed in the other direction. There we go. And that way I can do it over here without it looking wrong. So I do need to add more over here now that I'm actually looking at it, so I can disguise those rather dramatically cut off branches. I mean, some of it doesn't matter because they literally go off the edge, but some of it does matter. So, just need to a little bit in front, although, yeah, I need to control the angle a bit better. Okay, now just change the angle again. we go. So I can... Whoops! So I can throw some leaves in front of this. There we go. And then another layer. Another change of angle. And this instead goes way up top. There we go. I'm not going to put much up here. Actually, maybe I won't put much of anything up here. Well, it needs a little bit. I keep doing that. Okay. Just a little. Well, maybe not. Seeing as there isn't much in the way of... Let's see. Okay, that's as far back as I can go. So... just erase this a little bit. It's definitely not the best in the world. Let's make a duplicate of this. And then... no, never mind. Delete that. I'll just work on it again. That. Because this up here needs to be covered. But the rest of it is kind of who really cares. I guess it's an okay tree. I should probably... I'm not entirely sure I like that at all. I guess I'll keep that for now. Sorry, I'm actively trying to dredge up what it's like climbing up into trees. I think part of the problem is that it's too light. There's not enough dark leaves in there. Just add some dark leaves in there for contrast. That's already making it look a little better. I had stuff like that in the background. There's the lines. Let's actually move the lines down as well. Like that. Yeah. Okay. And now another layer. And swap it around. Just excuse me. Just add this in and up here add some dark in. I guess that doesn't look too bad. It looks better than it did with only the lighter color in there, that's for sure. You know what it needs behind all of it? Blue. A nice sky blue. Flood fill. Yeah, that's really not a very good color. That's hilarious. That's a better color. I have no doubt that most of that color is going to be hidden or erased or changed. But it does look better than white. Okay. So there's that. What I need to do is go up here and a new layer. And what I need is really dark greens. And then I need to swap this opacity down. Well, maybe not that far down. I do just a little bit. Yeah, it's probably a little too much. Let's erase that a little bit. Okay. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't look half bad. Gets a bit close to looking all bad in a few places, but it doesn't look half bad. Looks like a tree, sort of. I don't really like the fact that I've left this huge space here, but I mean, for one thing, there are no branches over here, and I guess you can kind of blame the uh, the lightning strike for most things going either this way or this way, considering how thin the trunk gets up there. Okay, well, let's save this. No! Shoot. Not what I wanted. Buttons that shouldn't be showing up. Save. Okay. So the next is going to be this lower log down here. So once again, I'm going to end up creating another multi-brush in order to give it a in order to give the trunk a pattern. Although I think this time I'm going to try for something a little more patchy and kind of attempt to make it look like the bark is flaking off in most places. So I'm going to need something very patchy in appearance. This is interesting that it's not. I'm guessing what's happening is that there's another race war for my computer cores going on. So I think I'm going to call this here so I can stop recording so it can save properly. And then I will come back and work on the log. Excuse me, that was a sneeze trying to escape. So, yeah, I'm gonna call this here and then start working on the log next time. See you next video.